Now at 6, new abortion restrictions could soon be coming to our state.
We have the opportunity to save many lives.
We do not take this responsibility lightly.
People on both sides of the issue are speaking out.
The people of North Carolina are taking witness. They do not want any more bans on abortion care.
For now, it goes far enough. We're going to keep working.
We have the latest details on a bill some lawmakers are hoping to have passed in the next few days.
And that is where we start this evening. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at 6. I'm Angie Casada. Ken Watlington has the evening off. The State House voting tonight on a bill less than 24 hours after it was announced. The bill would restrict abortions after 12 weeks of pregnancy while allowing exceptions later than that for rape, incest, fetal abnormalities, and protecting the life of the mother. Currently, abortions are illegal in the state after 20 weeks. Republicans meeting privately for months trying to reach this deal. Meanwhile, Democrats say they were shut out.
We've had these discussions. We know what you would have said if we came to you. You never would have voted for these bills.
Anti-democratic is looking at me and telling me, well, you know, I know what you're going to say anyway, so I'm not going to waste time getting your opinion.
The state Senate is planning to take the final vote on this bill tomorrow. And North Carolina Attorney General and candidate for governor in 2024, Josh Stein, is also speaking out about this bill. In a tweet, he says in part, women and their doctors should make these decisions, not politicians in Raleigh. I will keep fighting for women's reproductive rights, and the stakes for the 2024 governor's race just got higher. And bringing this issue here to the east, local experts and activists are reacting to the potential abortion ban. 9 on your side's Abigail Velez is joining us now in studio. And Abigail, what are they saying tonight?
That's right, Angie. Well, I talked to local activists on both sides of the issue, but I also spoke to local experts that are saying this potential ban could very well be law. They also say that this hot button issue continues to be polarizing, but this particular ban is actually a compromise.
We're going to continue fighting for these unborn babies.
This bill is not pro-woman. It is not pro-human being.
It continues to be a polarizing issue.
This bill is a good start towards protecting life in North Carolina. So we're in favor of the bill, even though it didn't go as far as we would prefer.
People are going to die because of this bill. This is not just an implication for people that need abortions, it's also implications for medical health professionals.
Some political experts say the bill is not as extreme as it could have been, indicating this may have been a way to ensure an override on the governor's potential veto.
Many, if not most, of the Republican caucus would actually like to much more significantly restrict abortion. So this is clearly a compromise measure within their caucus. And I think we're all particularly wondering how much of this is in particular to get Tricia Cotham, their newest member on board, who was a Democrat as of a few weeks ago.
We've heard the question, is an abortion ban constitutional? Distinguished professor of law at UNC Chapel Hill, Maxine Eichner, says this is her answer.
Yes, it's constitutional because what the Supreme Court told us in the case of Dobbs last June is that the Constitution doesn't speak to the issue of abortion.
Experts agree that attention to detail is necessary when understanding the abortion ban.
With these exceptions, the devil is in the details. You do these exceptions wrong, and doctors will literally have to send, miscarrying women home saying, well, you're not quite near death yet.
A lot of what this act does is regulate abortions in those first 12 weeks and will make it significantly more difficult for women to access abortion in those 12 weeks.
Governor Roy Cooper has voiced his opposition for the bill, most recently saying, quote, I will veto this extreme ban and need everyone to help hold it. Live in the newsroom, Abigail Velez, 9 on your side.
Outside today in eastern North Carolina, we did enjoy sunshine across the board today. It has been another breezy day of weather, very similar to what we saw over the past couple of afternoons. Taking a look at our current temperatures, we're at 63 degrees in Greenville, 62 in Washington, 65 degrees in New Bern. And isolated showers still continue to drift from west to east and work their way generally offshore with a minor disturbance. That'll probably be the last such disturbance that we have to deal with. I think we'll probably see more in the way of sunshine from start to finish as we we head into our Thursday, and that should boost our temperatures a little bit tomorrow, back into the 70s. Now, we'll talk about some changes arriving for the upcoming weekend coming up. Plus, we'll talk about National Hurricane Preparedness Week in your complete Storm Team 9 forecast.
All right, Jerry, thank you. We're following a developing story out of Wallace this evening. Police are now investigating after a 4-hour standoff early this morning at the Walmart. We first told you about this at noon. Police say at around 2 o'clock they found 30-year-old Arnold Flakes Jr. in the front seat of a delivery truck. They say they shot Flakes after he pointed the gun at them around 6 o'clock. They took him into custody and took him to a local hospital. Investigators say Flakes also stole a car yesterday. He's now facing several charges. After Walmart opened back up, shoppers were surprised at what happened.
I came maybe about 8:30, but the place was closed, and I couldn't understand why it was closed. It's just a praying time, and people just really need help, and we just got to be more safe, you know, try to stay safe, because Wallace is safe. You know, nice community, you know, everybody get along.
Police say Flakes is from Georgia, and it's unclear why he was in Wallace. Happening right now, the Craven County School Board is meeting to discuss what to do with J.T. Barber Elementary School. It's a special called meeting for the public to voice their opinion on possible repurposing of the school, what it could be used for, and where current students would be moved to.
Option one has always been J.T. Barber students, K-5, remain at J.T. Barber. The other option is to repurpose J.T. Barber as a pre-K center and students go to other schools.
Again, the meeting is happening right now. You can hear more about this discussion and what's decided tonight on your late news here on WNCT. Now, across the state, a new Senate bill would expand the state's Opportunity Scholarship Program. Its House counterpart recently passed through the Education Committee. 9 on your side, Sarah Gray Barr spoke with people both for and against the bill. She's joining us from the newsroom. So, Sarah Gray, what is the goal of this bill?
Angie, the bill's goal is to offer North Carolina students the chance to go to the school they want by changing the eligibility requirements to qualify more students. While those for the bill say it empowers students' educations, the opposition says the bill could have negative impacts.
Wealthier families in North Carolina have always had parental school choice. The Opportunity Scholarship Program has enabled more families to make that same decision. Families who wouldn't have the means to pay for an entire private school education by themselves.
The bills remove the income eligibility requirements from the Opportunity Scholarship Program. Some say since inception, the program has not been used as intended.
Started out for low to moderate income minorities to have an opportunity to have a choice of going to another school if they wanted to. All of that has been changed because now it's choose your school, choose your future. So I guess what we're saying is to the children who attend public school, you do not have a choice of where you attend school, so you don't have the ability to choose your future.
Those supporting the bill say it brings power to the parents. In a press release, Senator Galey, one of the bill's sponsors, stated in part, education funds should follow the student, and we must fund the students, not systems. Expanding opportunity scholarships encourages school choice and broadens the options available to families. But some worry the school choice bills could hurt public schools.
I don't have a problem with people choosing, but when you're using public dollars, you're taking away from our public schools. And are these schools that these dollars, these public dollars, are they being held accountable just like our public schools are?
For those who want to read the bills for themselves, we'll have both the Senate and House drafts linked on our website at WNCT.com. In the newsroom, Sarah Gray Barr, 9 on your side.
Sarah Gray, thank you. Staying in Raleigh, a new bill moving through the General Assembly is focusing on student behavior and the way they dress. Right now, if a student talks back, has a dress code violation, or doesn't follow directions in school, it's considered not a serious violation by state law. This new bill could change that. Supporters say it would give teachers more leeway in classrooms on how to handle issues and potentially problem students. It would also encourage more in-school suspensions. Some with the Center for Racial Equity in Education say intuition can be flawed, and studies and experiences consistently show biases.
The research on dress codes show that students of color are targeted, that girls are targeted, that LGBTQ students are targeted. What we end up with is schools that feel less safe and less productive and less welcoming for marginalized students.
The bill has already passed in the House. The Senate is expected to vote on this bill soon. And big news for high school athletes in North Carolina today. They could soon make money from brand deals and endorsements. The North Carolina High School Athletics Association is approving policy that would allow student athletes to get name, image, and likeness deals. Under the policy, they would not be able to work with controversial businesses like gambling sites, tobacco products, or adult entertainment. Coaches would also be banned from acting as agents. Athletes would have to let the school and state leaders know about any deals they strike. If they fail to do that, they would get a 60-day suspension. And we want to hear from you about this tonight. In our Vote Now on 9 poll, we're asking, should high school student athletes be paid based off their name, image, and likeness? To vote, you can use that QR code there at the bottom right side of your screen, or you can go to the free 9 on your side mobile app and find Vote Now on 9 in the menu. You can also head over to WNCT.com/vote, and you can see the latest results tonight on your late news right here on WNCT. And speaking of the State High School Athletic Association, we have a special all about their eligibility rules coming up. We first told you about 2 Onslow County soccer players who were excelling in the classroom and then told they would not be able to play due to certain rules. We are digging deeper into those rules, talking to 2 student athletes, lawmakers, and even NCHSAA leaders. That's all on Kicking the Courses, the fight for eligibility here on WNCT tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Also coming up next, your complete Storm Team 9 7-day forecast. We've had a lot of wind, but also a fair amount of sunshine this week. Will we change those factors for the weekend? We've got your 7-day outlook next.